Hello and welcome in. Thank you for joining me today. So I'm going to start each reading with a short candle wax. Feel free to skip ahead to the pulling of the cards if you don't want to stay for the candle wax reading. All right. Please welcome in angels, ancestors, spirit guides. Please help bring in messages for the highest good for those that were drawn to this reading. So I will not be doing this full candle, so I will just be doing enough for a few messages to get us started. And I'm seeing, wow, fertility. Like if you're trying to get pregnant, that sort of thing, you might have success or finding out shortly. And if you're not trying for pregnancy, it might be a birth of a new thing. Or possibly getting a new pet. I'm seeing like a little dog figure or puppy over here. Definitely dollars and pentacles. So maybe this new thing, if you're like starting something new, maybe a new job, this will be like a pay raise for you. It might even be cards, as far as like you might be a tarot reader yourself, because I'm seeing like cards over here. That could represent dollars as well, but I would say if you are feeling lucky and you're a card player, possibly. I don't know if you're going to a casino. I feel like things will start off small and start really increasing for you. Things might be a little sporadic at first, but then it's gonna really start increasing. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and start your reading. All right. So for an overall energy, or what your current energy is, we are going to use the Energy Oracle cards. So I have everything set and ready, pre-shuffled. I just have them kind of in the box so you're able to see not only what cards I'm using today, but what we are pulling a card for. All right, so your overall energy, or the reading, or the energy of the reading. Wasn't sure. It's like such a habit that I don't know if when I knock on the cards or not. So sometimes you'll see me do it twice. And that's only because I forgot if I did it the first time. Knocking on the cards is my way of letting spirit and basically resetting the cards, the energy, knocking out old energy from the cards, because I am doing pick a cards. So every time I start a new reading, I knock on the cards. Whoa, overall energy for this reading is walking away. Okay. The 27 breaks down to a 9. And you're going through a gateway. And everything looks very bright and beautiful. You're looking back, but it looks like where you're going is bright, like a whole new gateway for you. All right, so there's your overall energy. Now we are going to see the direction. So we have the enchanted map. So this will guide us to what sorry about that. I'm going to have a better setup for when I do these, because there's a lot of decks that are being used right now. All right, so the enchanted map to show us maybe which direction we are going or needing to go, or anything we need to look out for along the journey. So this will be basically a map guiding us. Details, details. So the 43 breaks down to a 7. This is where you're really looking for clarity on a situation. This says clarity right here under this magnifying glass. We have a compass here. So there are possibly, maybe the details is what had you realize you wanted to walk away, or you're really focusing on the details because you are doing a huge move here when it comes to walking away from something. All right. So let's go over here with what do we need to know right now with the wisdom of the oracle. So what do we need to know right now? We will also be pulling for career. We will also be pulling for love. What you need to know to manifest right now. What your angels, ancestors want you to know. All right, let's shuffle one more time. Okay, so what do we need to know right now? Ooh. Unfinished symphony. Interestingly enough, there's a 10 here. So 10s are when we're completing a cycle, when something is over. However, it says unfinished. And we have you walking away from something, but it's like there's maybe the need for more clarity on that. Maybe it's not quite finished yet. So that's kind of what you're needing to know right now. Something that might be hidden from you. We can possibly clarify a few of these, but I want to kind of pull everything because it might all kind of come together. So let's go ahead for just everything in the 3D. We are going to do the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. And then for love, we are going to pull a special one for the Psychic Tarot for the heart. So let's go ahead, because this could, represent walking away from a job. This could be career related, house related, roommate, that sort of thing. I really want to use the green one to focus on the heart chakra for relationships. So this would be kind of everything else in the 3D. All right, so let's see what we need to know when it comes to all of that. I'm seeing birds over here. I have your bowl right here. You know, I definitely see a dog and I see birds. So some of you might be getting a new pet. You also might get messages from birds. There might be a certain, like a cardinal comes around, or you find feathers, or the crows start talking a lot when you're around. Under the deck, we have the solar plexus. We have stand your ground, 7 of Wands and 4 of Wands, foundation and achievement. Whoa. So this might have been a premature walking away. You're either feeling like you're out and feeling like things need to be done with something. So either you're going to leave your job, or but this is your foundation and your achievement. So that could be job or home. But this is stability. This is that sort of thing. And this is saying to stay and fight for it, because this is unfinished. Maybe there is a blockage in the solar plexus. I'm going to go ahead and let's do the love side of things. All right, so this is the psychic, same exact creator, deck creator. However, he did 2 different ones. And this one I like to use for relationship and love readings. I'm seeing a larger figure and a smaller, like a person. I want to come back to this so I can show you. Right here is like, this could be a mother and a baby, like a larger figure and a smaller figure. The puppy is over here. The head and the feet, it looks like it's carrying a ball. And now it's like wiggling around everywhere, so sorry. And then there's some birds over here. Now that everything's kind of cooled down, it's a little easier to see, so I figured, you know, I'm just kind of still focusing on this, but I was seeing like fertility when I first started doing the candle wax, and seeing things related to fertility and all of that. So, all right, let's go ahead and see what's coming in for love or relationships, or love and relationships. Observe. So if we're looking at this and comparing it to the regular tarot, this would be the Hanged Man, where you are kind of at a pause. It's like, don't make any moves right now. Get some clarity, check the details, get a new perspective on things. So we have a major arcana here. Ooh. And they need to find balance. Okay, so this might be related to the reading, or this might just be a separate issue when it comes to love and romance. So we have the need to get a new perspective on things, look at it from a different angle, maybe put yourself in the other person's shoes. We have stand your ground. So these over here are for the everyday life. This is for relationship. However, it could all mean the same thing. All right, let's go to what you need to know to manifest. Then we will do what new gateways are approaching and the advice from your angels and ancestors. So we have Moonology, the manifestation deck. So this will be what do you need to know in order to make what you're trying to manifest happen? So maybe some advice about that sort of thing. I mean, I feel like it's going to tell you to wait or get, like that same thing, but maybe this is something completely different. So, because this is what you're manifesting. Embrace the flow of life. We have full moon in Gemini. So kind of going with the flow. All right, so what new pathways or gateways? Because it looks like you're leaving this gateway. And this is the gateway of light activation. So both of these decks are by Kyle Gray, the same person. And then the Psychic Tarot ones are by John Holland. I don't know if any of the other ones that I'm using are repeats of people. Oh yeah, the Wisdom, these two are by Colette Baron Reed. She has a new one out of the exact same. She just redid this deck. So if you have this deck, but it looks different to you, it's because this is the original one. I just trimmed mine. Okay. So the activation. So what gateways basically are coming upon you? Gateway of light activation. So what is our question? Maybe what you need to know to access these new gateways, something like that. So I feel like the manifesting message is a whole new message of its own. Because here we're trying to stand our ground and fight for something, but over here, it's like we're supposed to kind of just go with the flow, embrace what's going on. So, what do we need to know for these gateways? Retreating to recharge, trusting in the process, Dharma. So trusting in the process does kind of go with embracing the flow. But this does talk about recharging. The Four of Wands is a bit of a pause because that's where we're pausing to celebrate. And sevens are a pause as well because that's when we're either stopping to defend or fight for something, or you're taking that where you're making the decision to stand your ground and fight for it, or to defend yourself, that sort of thing. It's that step back to look at it and make the decision. And then we have observe over here, which is the Hanged Man. So there is a lot of cards that are kind of saying to not move right now at this moment. So maybe don't walk away. just kind of trust the process, go with the flow for a minute, and more details and clarity will come out about whatever the situation is that you're going through. So let's go ahead and see if your spirit guides, your angels and ancestors, if they have any guidance for this reading. We have two of them. Ooh. So we have the seer, which is seeing beyond the current situation. So maybe observing and trying to see the bigger picture, or having this trusting the process. Then we have trust and thrive. So this one says trusting in the process, and this says trust and thrive, and this one says see beyond the current situation. All right, so I feel like what you're going through could have been a bit much to where you're wanting to retreat, and that could be what you're doing when you're walking away. You're retreating to go recharge. You know, whatever this story is, it's not finished yet, but you're just trying to not make any hasty decisions, or I feel like that is what I think you're wanting to, but I feel like the advice is saying to retreat, walk away, you know, take 10, recharge, try to get a new perspective on things, observe the situation, you know, try to gain that clarity when you cool off and really see the bigger picture. Because either this is something that is going to, you know, you've already done so much, you know, you have to look at kind of how far you've come. You have this foundation, you have these achievements. So it's like, this is something that you're going to want to stand your ground and fight for. This is unfinished. And this, it might be like there was an imbalance going on. Let me check this solar plexus here. I think this is, yeah. So I have this book over here that has nothing to do with these cards, but it is about chakras. So I kind of want to see if I can get something. All right, so the third chakra is located at the solar plexus. The corresponding color is yellow. All right, let me put this down so I can. So the energy of the third chakra is concerned with personal power, our sense of our place in this world, our confidence in ourselves, and our self-esteem are centered on this chakra. It is the seat of our will. Our ability to stand by our convictions and carry out what we have willed is dependent on the energy of this chakra. With this chakra out of balance, we may be overly sensitive to the reactions of other people, feeling indifferent and coolness as rejection. That's exactly what I was feeling. Like, I feel like something happened and you're wanting just to get the heck out of Dodge, you know? And this is saying, calm down, take 10, you know, Our inner critic may also be operating at a level where we have little confidence in our capabilities, our worthiness, or our chances of being loved. When this chakra is in balance, when it's good and in balance, because we're needing to find balance over here, and we have our solar plexus is out of whack. So when we are able to get this in balance, we're able to accept the responsibilities that are truly ours and be confident in our actions and abilities. We're able to decide how we wish to act and then maintain our chosen courses of action. We will be able to function without the approval of everyone around us. The courage and strength to be who we are without outside approval is a sign of a healthy self-esteem. All right, so if you have any healing crystals, you don't even need a healing crystal, something the color of yellow, you put this at your navel region, and you're trying to focus on that, clear that out. You know, there's so many things on YouTube and Google for chakras. All right, so I'm going to get a healing crystal. Which cards I was planning on doing these, so let's find out any healing messages. So obviously I don't have the box over here, but these are healing crystal cards. All right, so if something has kind of shook your world where you're wanting to protect yourself and run, take 5, take 10, recharge. Try to get some balance, because it looks like if you trust the process, you're going to be thriving. You've come so far. This is not finished, and you need to stand your ground. You have a solid foundation. Look, start fresh. So retreat and recharge. Trust the process. All right, let's see. The Angel Aura Quartz is under the deck. This says lighten up. So I feel like, yeah, this has put you, because of the imbalance, this has put you a bit on edge to where you're really wanting just to run. I wish there was more information actually with this. Maybe I should grab that. Hold on. So this is the box for those cards. I guess since I showed you all the other boxes. I want to move this so it's not glaring for you. Let's see. It's time to start fresh. Close the door behind you so you can move forward and open a new one. Every day is a blank canvas, an opportunity to boldly go after things in life you want and leave behind anything you don't. Aha. So this is saying walk away, and this one is saying start fresh. You don't need to settle for the status quo or accept what already is. You have the power to change your life and do things differently every day. It's time to live by an out with the old and with a new beautiful mentality. So I feel like this is going to resonate different for some of you to where you are going to, taking that step back and trying to decide, am I going to stand my ground or am I going to walk away? And some of you it's not finished yet, and some of you are going to go for the fresh start. And let me get the one that was under the deck, the Angel Aura. So maybe that will be for the other group of people. Lighten up. Yes, it's okay to lighten up. Life is serious enough. A little levity always adds perspective. Make time for the things that make you smile and laugh amidst all of life's responsibilities. Give yourself permission to prioritize fun. You deserve it. Embrace the childlike curiosity and excitement that you have within you. Be silly. Tap into carefree, lighthearted nature. You know what they say about all work and no play. Stay connected with your innate playfulness so that when it's time to work, you can show up as the best version of yourself. So the 4 is taking that pause and taking the time to celebrate. And this is talking about recharging. So this could literally be just saying, walk away, take 5, recharge, have some you time, and then come back and get a fresh new start on the situation. Or some of you, it could mean you're literally going to walk away and create a whole new start. I feel like you, because we have the Seer card, this to me is the High Priestess. So each of you know what your gut is telling you. So try to find balance for your solar plexus. Try to take some me time to recharge. And there's an egg here. So I feel like that could be referring to the fertility that I was seeing in that, the birth of something new, or a literal birth of a child. And it says unfinished symphony. So we have Gemini here. That's coming up this summer for Gemini season. If you've been trying and trying and trying to conceive and it's not happening for you, don't close the book on that. It's unfinished. You will be able to get pregnant, and possibly in Gemini season. Trust and thrive. Go with the flow. Don't stress yourself out. So for some of you, that literally could have been what the reading is about, where you're trying to it's too much stress. It's, maybe it's causing stress on the marriage, that sort of thing. You're going to just walk away because maybe there's been a lot of miscarriages and things like that. See beyond the current situation. Trust the process and you will thrive in this situation. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close this out. This was a different way to do it, so let me know how this relates to your life. You know, if you're kind of resonating with this, please let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so very much, and I will see you in the next one. Hello and welcome to your reading. So I am going to start your candle wax reading for this reading that you were drawn to. Welcome in spirit guides, angels, ancestors. Please welcome in. Please bring in messages for the highest good for those that were drawn to this reading. So I'm clearly not going to do this whole candle. I'm using this just to meditate and kind of get any messages that need to come in before we start with the cards. Ooh, someone might be going to the dentist. Something tooth related. Maybe eating a lot of sweets, ice cream. Maybe your tooth is, you have sensitivity to like cold food items. I feel like you're just working a lot of work. We are getting some of the phases of the moon, so possibly you are able to manifest during certain phases of the moon. Maybe that's when things will get very heightened for you, or you are very good at manifesting. Yeah, something, this might be something to do with diamonds as well. If it's not teeth related, there might be some jewelry coming in. You're looking for a piece of jewelry, possibly lost a piece of jewelry, or being gifted. Maybe having a diamond reset. I'll be wrapping this up here shortly. I'm just trying to see if there are any last messages that want to come through. I'm wanting to say oil and water. So possibly, you know, you might be getting along with others in the situation that you're dealing with, where you're oil and they're water, that sort of thing. Like, just really all right, I'm going to let these cool down, and we're going to go ahead and get some cards. Let's see if there's anything else. There is a paw print. We had a puppy show up in the last one. Puppy holding a ball. Oh, I see a guitar. Right here is a guitar. So possibly something musical related in your life. All right, I think we'll go ahead and get to the reading. I'm going to place this over here so it can cool. Yeah, there's definitely a guitar. Like right now we're going to pull your overall energy. Kind of the energy of this reading. So when it's kind of going to be like the underlying energy of the situation. So each of the cards are going to have something to do with, like, this is the psychic tarot for the heart. So this will be anything that you need to know in regards to relationships, that sort of thing. So each deck that I pull from is going to be directly related to why the deck was created in the first place. All right. Spirit is here. My nose is itching. I'm going to shuffle one more time, and let's go ahead and get started. Ooh, 2 of them. Ooh, okay. So the energy. We have Magician and the Mirror. This breaks down to an 8, and there we have a 10. Storm warning. So this would give me the feeling of like a tower moment, but it might be something that you're manifesting. You might be manifesting the tower because we do have the Magician here as well. So let's go ahead and see what direction we're moving in with the map. So I was talking about during the candle reading of, you know, you can possibly use the moon. What in the world is going on here? So these flipped over. All right. I need to see what that is though. We have Heal the Ouch, Dry Desert, and Ghostlands. Ghostlands and Dry Desert seem similar but different as far as everything's kind of deserted or frozen, and then there's pain, and then we do have this storm warning. But I want to shuffle so that something actually comes out. Rescue. Okay. And then Ghostlands is under the deck. So our map is either sending in rescue. We are going to be rescued. 16 breaks down to a 7. Let's get what we need to know right now with the wisdom of the Oracle. What we need to know about this current situation. Thinker. 44. Under the deck is Not For You. There's like a chess match here. The fortune cookie says nope. 6 does mean balance. 44 is a great number as well. That will break down to an 8, so that basically we have a 7 and an 8. So kind of things are happening as they should, in the order that they should. So maybe you're possibly thinking what's going on is not for you. And what was under the deck with the map? Ghostlands. Rescue from, I'm going to keep these out, the ones that are under the deck. All right. So let's see what you need to know in order to bring in what you're trying to manifest right now. So this is the new Moonology deck for manifestation. Let's go ahead and see what you need to know to help bring in what you're manifesting right now. keep your heart open. And we have the first quarter moon in Libra. So Libra might be in your chart. And then we have new moon in Libra under the deck. Know you are loved. So we just recently had a new moon that was I don't even know. I don't remember what the new moon was in. Why do I not know this? Anywho, unimportant right now for the reading. So Libra is coming up strong in the deck, or in the reading for being under the deck and the one that came out. So Libra brings balance. Libra is the Justice card in the tarot. So things hopefully will be balancing out, because it looks like right now there's a bunch of like a storm warning here. So this is interesting because it's similar to the first reading, where it's almost like somebody's questioning, do they want to leave a situation? We have thinker, not for you. And then here it says, keep your heart open. All right, let's see. So this is the, oh my goodness. So these are by the same person. This one is for everyday life, and this one is for matters of the heart. So let's go ahead with everyday life. Nose is itching. Ooh, oh my goodness. Everyday life, there's a storm coming, you guys. Jeez. Okay. That was my bad. I'm stacking too many things over here. All right. There is a circle shape over here in the wax, like a ring. There's definitely like a puppy or a cat figure, a guitar. I'm going to pull these over here so you can see. It's just difficult because I don't want the water to move. So I'm going to place it here instead of trying to hold it. So right here is a guitar. This right here is like the puppy or the cat. It's like the legs and the ears are here. Oh, and I just moved the ring. The ring, this was part of the circle. I'm unable to make out what that is, so I'm kind of checking that out as we're going. A lot of diamond shapes or teeth. It looks like a shark tooth or a diamond. A whole bunch of those were coming out. And then the oil and water, where it was really beating the tiny little beads. That's where it was like, it's like something isn't mixing in right now. It feels like your oil and their water type of thing. All right, so let's go ahead. The big blob looks like it could be like bubble letters, like big bubble letters, like of a C and an E, something like that. All right, so everyday life. Let's see what's going on. Okay. So there is a mental conflict, and under the deck is stand your ground. This was in the first reading as well. So you might want to check that one out. If you find like you need a deeper, if you're kind of resonating with what I've been saying so far, as far as, you know, like freaking out and needing to retreat, like feeling like you're needing to run away from a situation. But here we have a mental conflict where, you know, maybe this is head over heart decision. Maybe this is, you need to choose between two different things. You need to choose something for yourself. Maybe you're trying to decide if you want to stand your ground and fight for something, or if you want to retreat, you know. But there's something that's definitely causing a mental conflict. Let's go ahead with the Psychic Tarot for the heart and see what's going on relationship-wise with matters of the heart. Sometimes this will overlap and be the same thing, because that's kind of mainly what's on your mind right now. That's mainly the conflict that's going on. Or it can be a totally different message. Oh my goodness, we got this in the last reading. Observe, which is the Hangman card. And then we have Control. This is the Justice card in, or is this Strength? It's interesting because they switch Justice and Strength. Having control, I guess this would be Strength. Two major arcanas. Needing to, see, we have Thinker here, and then needing to get a new perspective on something. Observing. And then we have Success and Growth under the deck. So there's like, things are really working, there's communication, there's movement, things are growing. You know, as you see all this new growth coming. So let me see what we have. I need to bring this out and then see what's under the deck over here. Stand your ground. So let's get what new gateways are opening up for you, or what you need to know in order to open up a new path, or what is opening up for you, that sort of thing. And then we're going to get what your angels and ancestors want you to know. And then possibly a healing crystal. Nope, too many. Solar light upgrade, solar plexus chakra, inner fire, willpower. The solar plexus card in this deck came out in the other reading, but it was insinuating that the solar plexus was out of balance. This is showing that you have control, your solar plexus, you're in power in a sense, or maybe you need to grab the reins and take power all right, let's see what's under. Coming together, harmony in the heavens, resolution. Okay, let's see what the angels want you to know, and then see if we can bring this all together to make sense. So we have the angels and ancestors. Okay. So there is like a solar plexus upgrade. Like there is this inner fire that is going to give you a way to observe the situation instead of being in your head, because this thinker, I feel like instead of kind of being in this inner conflict in your mind, it's almost like this upgrade is going to give you this whole new perspective on things that will give you the control back to like rescue yourself from this storm that's coming, because ultimately we have success and growth here. We have you're going to be rescued from the situation, and it's like they don't want you to get bitter or closed off, because they want you to keep your heart open to keep manifesting this. We have the Magician and the Mirror here, and the ability to stay open to it. Okay. The High Priest. Intend and create. So your angels and ancestors want you to know to keep moving, to stay open, to, you know, set your intentions and keep manifesting this, keep creating this. Maybe you're in your head thinking maybe that this is, oh, this isn't for me, because things are frozen in time right now. There's not movement. So you're feeling like crap. You know, this isn't, oh my gosh, you have the High Priest and the High Priestess. Wow. This is what came out. This is what's under the deck. Harness mystic power. Whoa. So that's why you have control. You're getting this. Okay, so this is, I would say, better than the last reading, because it's like this is what comes after that in a sense. Wow. That is so cool. I've never had these at the same time like that, where you can see how they're together. You might even be working together. We have a cat here, and I saw a cat or a dog in the thing, and then as you know, as it's cooling, first I was saying dog, but then it's looking more like, you know, it could be either or. So all right, let me I'm going to do one of these healing crystals. So what healing energies do we need to know right now? That didn't even, it flipped over and flipped back over. Okay, so we're not using this one. All right, I'm gonna grab the other one. Where did I put that? Because I had it. We're going to use this one. You might actually be working with someone else because we have this here. Or you're working with spirit because the high priest is the one in the physical world here when it comes to your spiritual rule book. It's usually called the Pope or the Hierophant. That is the counterpart to the High Priestess, which is the one who can go behind the veil and that sort of thing. So these are counterparts. Two of them. Opal. Wow. Feel all your feels. It says opals are well hydrated, amorphous mineraloids. Precious opals are lusted after for the rainbow sparkle. Let's see, who needs this? The all black wardrobe set can benefit from the black precious opals, bold pop of color. Let's see, when to use it. Okay, so when you have something that needs to get moving, like a project, a relationship, or if you have an energetic block. All right. So this Hanged Man situation where we are kind of at a standstill, or this mental conflict where we're not wanting to make a decision about something. And then we have, wow, look at these. So this one says, beam yourself up, way up. It clears skepticism, cynicism, and logic. It'll clear this mental conflict. So when the spiritual life feels like a moving target, when you feel skeptical about your true purpose on earth, when you feel like your yeah but thoughts are dishonoring the innermost you. So overthinking, we are going to put this skepticism, cynicism, logic, we're thinking too logically, or we're too even in control, trying to control everything in a sense. We're being skeptical about things. Get a new perspective on things to get them to succeed and grow. That is cool. And this is to get things moving if there's an energetic block. So when you're needing to kind of see in a different perspective, you need to observe things. And then get it moving again, because Ghostlands, its time is frozen. So maybe I want to put that over there on that one. Well, this was an interesting reading. There's willpower and control. And then there's mystic power. Well, I feel like I want to clarify the storm warning here with the energy, like from the very get-go. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we have Magician and the Mirror and storm warning. I want to clarify what in the heck that is talking about, because that is setting the whole energy for this reading. Fifth chakra and Archangel Gabriel. All right, I was holding the deck upside down. Sorry about that. So that wasn't coming out in like reverse. I just had the deck upside down. Okay. I have my chakra book here, so I'm going to read about the fifth chakra. This isn't the book for this. So this is at your throat. As you can see, it's lit up right here. So maybe you need to speak up, speak your truth, that sort of thing. So the expression and communication, both are verbal and non-verbal, are the themes of the fifth chakra. Some mystics believe that the throat chakra is responsible for telepathic abilities that are often associated with picking up the thoughts of others. You may be experiencing these abilities when you know that when the phone's going to ring before it does, or when you know who is on the phone before you answer the call. From an energy viewpoint, this kind of telepathy is possible because every living thing is connected by energy that flows through the chakras. Didn't one of these talk about teleport? See, this is talking about teleportation. Acts like a teleportation device to places transcendent, often sourced from enchanted India, birthplace of Tantra, Yoga, Nakchamba. This crystal clears, it's clearing the skepticism and all of that. So when this chakra is in balance, we are considered what? When the chakra is out of balance, we are likely to be over-talkative and to speak about nothing in particular. In this state, it is very difficult for us to listen, and those around us are unlikely to spend very long listening to us. When we have depleted energy in the chakra, we are likely to be uncommunicative and give unclear messages in our nonverbal communications. When it is in balance, we're able to express our needs, our desires, and maintain tour personal integrity with our communications, speak our truth, that sort of thing. Okay, so I feel like you might be in a situation where you need to rescue yourself and you're overthinking, and maybe you just need to speak your truth. So standing your ground when it comes to what you need out of a situation, by speaking up about it, is going to rescue you out of the situation. So it's going to either start moving, it's going to thaw out, and things will start moving along and getting better. But if you don't speak up, then a storm can come. Things are just going to get worse. So you will have success and growth in your situation by taking control of the situation, having the willpower, speaking up for yourself. So if you're resonating with this reading in a sense where you're kind of getting cynical about something, you're really in your head about it, you're not feeling like whatever's going on is for you. You know, you're thinking it's not for you, you're getting skeptical and kind of judgy about it, you need to speak up. To avoid an even worse situation. Because the longer it goes unsaid, it's going to keep manifesting whatever this is. And it looks like you need to keep your heart open for what is right for you. You know, because Libra is the sign of balance. You know, you need something that is balanced and is for you. So, you know, maybe you've been getting this new perspective as you're observing things. So find your inner fire and really start speaking up and letting, you know, if there's another person in the situation, you know, maybe you're being set up with this particular position at work and you're like in your head going, even if it's more money or whatever it is, it's not a good alignment for you. It's starting to stress you out and feel like it could essentially, if you don't say anything, lead you to the point of you hating your job and wanting to quit your job, you know, that sort of thing. So you have to kind of have it resonate how it fits for your life. But whatever it is, it's almost like you're seeing that something is not a good fit for you and you're thinking about it, but you're not speaking. You know, you have this mental conflict. This is the Two of Swords. So that's when we're trying to avoid a decision that we need to make. We're not wanting to see it. We're not looking at it. You need to take control of the situation. And by doing so, that's going to essentially rescue yourself and keep things from getting worse. So that you can be open to what is going to bring you success and growth. Some of you, it might be music related. You know, like say you're creating music and somebody's wanting you to go something that isn't anything in the genre that you are in, you know, like that sort of thing. Because, you know, with the guitar here, you know, even with music too, it's like doing what you love. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close this out. Thank you so very much, and I will see you in the next one. Welcome in if this is your reading. Thank you for joining me. So I'm going to just drip a little bit of wax to welcome in spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please bring in messages for the highest good for those that were drawn to this reading. So we're just going to pull just to get an overall energy here. To open your reading, just to get a little bit of wax. I'm seeing presents and balloons. Maybe there is a party. Since the long wick decided to drop off in your reading, I will say maybe you're feeling like you're having to put out some fires. Maybe there's been some conflict or chaos going on to where you're the one that's needing to kind of defuse the situation. Possibly there was like some kind of fight or something going on at like a celebration or like a party where there's because it started off kind of like a party setting of balloons, presents, but then something needed to kind of get diffused. So maybe there was like a disruption or an argument. I'm not going to go much longer, just trying to get any, this helps me kind of get into the reading and meditate. Something I've been trying lately and I've enjoyed it. So maybe a trip to the beach or something. So I'm feeling like sandcastle dripping. So you can, when you drip the sand when it's wet. But I'm also getting like a balloon animal with the party and stuff. So maybe it's like a vacation to like a beachy area. Seeing the letter C right there, like a bubble letter of this letter C. Did anybody go to Cancun or for spring break or something? Let's see. If there's anything else that I'm seeing here. And I always put this kind of to the side and I'll gaze at it as I'm pulling cards so that if there's anything else that needs to come out. I was getting kind of like a vehicle. An incident with possibly a vehicle. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start with your cards. Off to the side here, and if I see other things as this cools, I will incorporate it into, or sometimes I'll bring it even back over because I'll see stuff. So I'm going to pull one card for the underlying energy of your reading. Then I'm going to pull one from here for the matters of the heart. So when it comes to relationships and that sort of thing, and so on. So you'll kind of get the gist as I go along. So I have everything kind of set up, pre-shuffled cards. I just have them in here so we know what we're pulling for. So let's go ahead and get the underlying energy of the reading. wanting to say the word like circus, but I'm not feeling circus. I'm feeling more like those state fairs, like a fair. And maybe the vehicle that I was seeing was like a ride or something like that. All right, the overall energy for those that were drawn to this reading. Seventh chakra, corresponding with Archangel Uriel. So this is the crown chakra. Hostilities is under the deck. So that's the needing to diffuse something. There was like a fight or something going on is kind of what I was picking up in the wax reading. So we are putting that up here as well. And let me get one more, please. Or please clarify the seventh chakra and the hostilities. Angel of Love. Okay, so you diffused the situation. Quite possibly that's what it's saying. Like you were using your higher self, you were thinking clearly, and then I actually want to point that out as well. This has Thinking Man under the deck. The Thinking Man would be related to like the King of Swords, so Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. You were thinking very clearly, you had your wits about you, and you were able to diffuse the situation. Or you were using your kind of like your intuition and your instincts and your higher self here with that. I'll go into the seventh chakra a little further along in the reading, but this is kind of like the underlying energy of the reading. If there was I want to go straight into matters of the heart, since we have the Angel of Love here. All right. So these are both created by the same deck creator. So this is going to be for the everyday life, just regular what's coming, the Psychic Tarot. This is Psychic Tarot for the heart. So we're doing matters of the heart first, then we're going to do everyday life next. All right, we have sacral chakra. Teach. So that is, in a sense, the Hierophant, but I feel like, and then there's that conflict underneath, challenging times. So I feel like you were very grounded. You were able to control any kind of like impulses or that sort of thing and kind of lead by example. All right. So for everyday life, so if there's a conflict in your relationship where there was an argument, where you were feeling like you were going to lose your cool, there was a fight, something like that. It's either like you're learning, you got advice from somebody on how to diffuse the situation, or you were leading by example. You were able to keep your cool. Or this could talk about the sacral chakra being imbalanced, and there was kind of you know, like a heated moment and that sort of thing. Accelerated motion. So this is equivalent to the Eight of Wands. So there is movement. Things are starting to move along. Wow. And this would be an Ace of Wands. So passion is ignited. So something that you are very excited about is really starting to have quick movement. Okay, so that might be something that you're manifesting right now, is this thing that's bringing you passion. So let's see what you need to know in order to help bring in what you're manifesting here with the Moonology. This is the manifestation one. I'm seeing a chess piece over here. I'm seeing a butterfly over here in the wax. What do we need to know about how to bring in what we're manifesting for this reading? Find a balance. Full moon in Libra. So the challenging times, you know, with this 5 here, that is not balanced. That's where things can feel challenging. And then we have the hostilities, which would be, you know, a challenging time as well. So I feel like you're either learning that with this, or you're kind of rising above and bringing that balance. Like when the wick fell in the water, like you're the one who kind of defused the situation. All right. So let's see which way we are headed here with the map. So I think you're kind of getting the gist of how I'm doing this. I'm literally using the decks for their purpose, in a sense, of the kind of to do a whole spread here by pulling a card from, or a few from each one, depending on what comes out. Okay, so let's see which direction we're heading here with the map. Wow, Field of Dreams. Look at all of these new things that are hatching. The 21 breaks down to a 3, and 3s are when things are really coming together and working. So you have this fast movement. You're really ignited about this. There is a lot, and look at the purple, how that all aligns. So you're really moving to this passion. Under the deck, we have Metamorphosis. So as things kind of change, I see the butterfly over here in the so right here is a butterfly. It's like the wings and then the center of the butterfly. What else was I saying that I saw? see a boot. All right, let's go ahead to what we need to know right here with the wisdom of the oracle. So what do we need to know right now? Maybe what's being hidden from us, sort of thing. Serendipity. Wow. So if basically what you need to know right now is something that feels serendipitous, you know, like it's meant to be, sort of thing, that is real. It is, the timing is right, you know, synchronicities are happening, that sort of thing. So believe in that. If you're second guessing it, that sort of thing, like if it's too good to be true, this is letting you know that it's not too good to be true, that this is your dream, and that things are really moving for you. So it's almost like the creative, working everyday life part, what you're trying to manifest and all of that, is doing really well. It might have been the challenging part is the relationship side. So dealing with a friend or loved one, partner, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, that sort of thing. Maybe they're jealous because this is really coming together, and it's something like your attention is really being drawn to this, and so they could have been a little jealous, or it could have been causing these hostilities or challenging times. So it's a matter of finding balance. All right, so we are going to pull from advice or messages from your angels and ancestors. And then we're also going to get what you need to know to, like when you're approaching this new gateway, or how to activate your gate, the new gateway, that sort of thing. So, and then we'll get like a healing crystal for some like advice or healing energies. So what your angels and ancestors are trying to tell you. Man, that one's really feeling like that's... let me peek at it. Unleash the wild within, she-wolf. All right. I want to get one that comes out. I just really wanted to see what that was. Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. And then we have Autumn, release the old and rest. Eagle, see from a higher perspective. Shapeshifter, under the deck, Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. All right, so I feel like since we got two out, this is over here for the challenging times. It is to kind of like, don't let that linger for too long. Just kind of like let that release and go. And this would be over here where you are making plans because things are really moving along. You know, you're focused on that. So let's see how to kind of open and activate these gateways. So basically the gateways are when new things are coming into your life. So let's see. Like what new paths are coming, what is opening up for you. Holy Grail, angelic frequency. Angels are here, you are safe. Potent connection. So that is making me feel like this, like you definitely have a connection with your higher self. You have a connection with the angelic frequency, in a sense of really being able to connect with your higher self. Over here we have Holy Grail, inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek. So believing in yourself. I feel like you have found your purpose, in a sense of what this is. This is your Holy Grail. This has ignited you. You are this. Look how similar those look. Underneath we have truth. The scales of the Justice card, finding the balance. I feel like this is your truth, though. Your dream that is starting to move right now, you're making plans and focusing on that. All right. And last but not least, the crystals, the stone deck. All right, get your mind right and go with your heart. So we have Angel of Love here, and she is holding a heart, and this says go with your heart. It says, when that cubicle life has got you down, when it's time to drop the people-pleasing facade and start doing something that really lights you up. That really lights you up. When you're ready to use your real unique powers, your Holy Grail, to actually make this rapidly spinning planet a more beautiful place. It It's basically if you hate your job, you know, it says right here, I hate my job. This is when life has you down, that sort of thing. This is going to help you ignite that passion. So if you haven't found, you know, if this is what you're seeking, like you're longing for this, like I hate my cubicle life is what it's saying. And this one says get your mind right. So we have hostilities, challenging times. We have teach, you know, finding balance. So what does this say? So this is all about the cerebral energy. You're heady, like in your being in your head. When you're just too smart for your own good. When you're completely lost in your thoughts, or they're running wild, dragging you behind them. Remember, the mind is a powerful thing. You rule it, or it rules you. Meditate every day and show it who's boss with this crystal. Magnesite. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but whenever you go to quiet the mind. So this is here, or to wake it the hell up. It mimics your brain-like energy. So maybe you're really like, you're hiring your education by going back to school, you know, and that sort of thing. And this is, you know, here to help with that sort of thing. Like you're hating your job and it's causing challenging times, and you are gonna go for what you've always wanted to do. So in this sense, you're gonna go back to school, you're releasing the old, and you're going to ignite your fire by, you know, going to school for what you've always wanted to do, that sort of thing. So you need to take it how it resonates for you in your life, in your situation. Make plans and focus. That kind of goes with that as well. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out. This has been a cool reading. I love it when it's something about that's, you know, igniting our passion and things can really move along and you're kind of really following your path and things are serendipitous. This is definitely, you know, it says you are what you seek. So if you're going to stay in a hostile environment or something that's challenging or not meant for you, you know, then that's how you're going to feel. So seek out the angel of love sort of thing. You know, so I think you're knowing that, you're seeing that because you're connecting to your higher self. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close this out. Thank you so very much, and I'll see you in the next one.